I don't know if you're aware, but we've already lost 7 African American transgender girls this year. We're not even 90 days into the year, and we have already lost 7 transgender African American girls that have been murdered and slayed just because they were living their truth. And you wonder why a lot of us don't come out. Me, myself, I'm not an advocate for transgender, but I will be a voice when it's needed. I mean, I can't because I have to work, I have to provide for myself, I have to feed myself, and I don't want to deal with the discrimination and all the things that go along with putting that label on you. So I'm a human.
Exactly.
You know, my gender, my sexuality has nothing to do with who I am as a person. I'm a person, I'm a living person with a soul. And I Googled to see what this day was even all about, because when it comes to transgender, it's very little that we even have. They don't really even have, there's nothing out there. They don't even have anything for aging transgender. Like when you get a certain age, you know how most people get a certain age and they have to go to nursing homes? They have nowhere for us to go. We can't be placed anywhere. No, you can't be placed in any type of nursing home or facility or anything like that. There's nothing available. So it's got to be some things done. It's more to it than just, we're not fighting for anything but human rights. It's simple. So when I looked it up, they said it's International Transgender Day of Visibility. It's an annual holiday occurring on March 31st, dedicated to celebrate transgender people and raising awareness of discrimination faced by transgender people worldwide. The holiday was funded by U.S.-based transgender activist Rochelle Crandall of Michigan in 2009 as a reaction to the lack of LGBT holidays celebrating transgender people, citing the frustration that only well-known transgender-centered holidays was Transgender Day of Remembrance. They have that Transgender Day of Remembrance every year in November. I went to one, and when I left there, I was so drained and so depressed, and we didn't get any answers. Only thing they did was just announce all the girls that had been murdered through the years and had their name on the wall, but they never said anything. I mean, none of the senators or they don't had any laws put into place or anything to help us in any kind of way to help with the cause. Even with the 7 African American girls that's been killed this year, it has not been one of them made. So it just kind of just like a slap in our face, like, do you even care? You know? So they have that day in November, and it goes on to say, which mourn the murders of transgender people, but did not acknowledge and celebrate living members of transgenders in the community. The first International Transgender Day of Visibility was held on March 31st of 2009 and has since been spread worldwide. U.S.-based youth advocacy organizations, Trans Student Educational Research. In 2014, the day was observed by activists across the world, including Ireland and Scotland. So we have a lot of trans people like myself that's very productive. I've ran foster homes for years. I've raised 3 adult heterosexual male boys that have went on to college. I have an associate's degree myself in business. We're making impacts into the community. We're more than just a sexuality. We're people, and we want to just be acknowledged as people. I've been asked to speak at another church later on today over on the west side, and I was shocked that I even got that call. It's a well-known Baptist church, and they asked me to come over and speak. So it has been an awareness made, but it's still not enough. Something has to be done. The killings have to stop. People should be able to live their truth without having to worry about when you leave the house every day if you're going to be slayed or murdered just because of who you are. We're always the last to be appreciated. No one is doing anything. No, HRC the LGBT community, they have no resources or anything set up to help, to do resources for the trans community. Nothing is set up in place for us, and something has to be done, because we're losing girls. That's like every 12 days, we've lost a girl, and the year just started, and something has to be done. So that's why we're acknowledging this day today, so we can bring awareness that we're here, and we're not going anywhere. And even though we're at the bottom, the T is always at the end. We're very courageous. It takes a lot to do this. It takes a lot. If most people was really willing to live their truth, we would have more trans, but people just not. So we're living our truth, and we want to be respected. And that's it. That's all it is. We just want to be respected. We want to be able to go out in society and know that we're not going to get slayed and murdered because of who we are.
Amen.
You guys have a blessed weekend.
Amen.